Hey guys, Saf here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. So I have been on the fence all day about whether or not I want to go and pull for Duedan the Runic. He is an interesting champion purely because he is one of the new faction and he also has this taunt buff. Now, I don't think he's necessarily that crazy strong because this is awkward being on a 4-turn cooldown. It's only a 1-turn buff on a 3-turn cooldown. But his A1 is really strong if you can make sure you can protect this counterattack buff. So I've been kind of like, it's 40 ancient shards. It's actually quite difficult to get specific epic champions to the extent that since they have buffed her, I still do not have in my collection a woad painted. I think I pulled her once. I must have fed her when she was literally, one of the most awful champions in the game, but I have not been able to re-pull a woad painted since they have buffed her, which is quite annoying because she's quite a good champion. So I've been kind of like, it's an epic champion, it's only 40 ancients, do I pull it? I don't need a salad, but I decided in the end we're going to pull the champion. I'm going to also be pulling for White Dryad Nia tomorrow, so I'll be recording the second part of this video as one compilation. So in this video we're going to be pulling for the Duedan the Runic, or Duedan the Runic. If you listen to Hellhades, it was Duedan. It sounded like doo-doo. We don't know what we're going to call him, but let's see what we get. If we pick up a legendary on the way, it's cool. I don't expect to, though. I mean, it's a normal. It's 1 times 10. Oh, we do get Durandil. He's another epic I don't have. He's one of the newer epics. I can't remember exactly what his kit does. Let's just have a look here. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 20% chance of placing freeze. And it increases to 30% if it's a critical hit. Okay. AoE ignores 15% of the target's defense and increases his turn meter. So that's quite a lot of turn meter that you'll get back. And then it's another big hit. So it sounds like he's just a big hitter. He does look freaking cool with those blades. So that's another epic. Okay, cool. I don't have him. We like that. There's me talking about how difficult it is to get epic champions. We managed to pull one we don't own. What else are we going to get in this set? We get a Warden. Again, these are, normal odds, so we're not expecting to get many sort of good things out of a non times 2. But we are pulling like a Void. We're getting a legendary. What's a Glazea? Okay. Now it's late here, so I'm really quite tired. It's been a day of it, but I'm quite interested in that. Now, obviously, I already have a Glazea, which I got recently. I can't remember what faction is Glazea. She's Sacred Order, isn't she? Okay, so we get closer to that plus 10 speed. That's pretty good for my Martyr. Glazea is a pretty cool champion. She is kind of designed to be a Warlord counter, although she doesn't quite get there. She has this ability, which is a unique passive. She can't have her skills put on cooldown, which is good. The only problem is the effect of denying a Warlord on your team is only 50% chance. So the whole idea with the passive is Warlord tries to put your team on cooldown, you deny it, and therefore Warlord becomes useless. The only problem is this is only 50%. You can't book it. The freeze is nice that you don't need accuracy. That's quite cool. She does bring sort of a block debuffs as well on your team. And she does bring sort of a weaken as well. So she can carry your team through a wave. It's actually quite a strong champion. Just not quite the Warlord counter we wanted. But hey, I mean, that's a legendary champion in 30 ancients. What else are we going to get? We're going to get Venom Mage. We're going to get a Taurus. These epic rates for a 40 pull is insane. And then we get the Duedan the Runic. Wow. Okay, so that was kind of crazy for 40 shard pulls. I guess my luck is still in. We do have now Duedan the Runic. It is a clan versus clan, so we're going to be able to build him out. And we'll be able to use him. I wanted to get him for some content so I can give you kind of, if you guys pull for him, some ideas on how you can use this new taunt buff. He looks amazing. He can't even fill a screen. He looks really cool. I wanted to give you some ideas about how you can use taunt, how we can use his A1 passive as well, different ways you can build him. So that'll be content I will do on him. But in the next part of the video, we're going to be talking about White Dryad Nia, which I'm so much more excited for. So let's get into that. So we're a little bit short of the Void Shards right now. We are around about 27. And the good thing is with the clan versus clan tournaments that are coming up, we also get some clan rewards here. So Savage Gear, also awesome. Not Lifesteal like last time. I should be okay between those two. And I think I also have, let's buy it now, in the bazaar, a Void Shard alongside that. We should be perfectly fine to get Nia once the clan gets to the sort of the final milestone. You might be wondering why I'm in such a low point clan. We're actually deliberately kind of losing or diminishing our returns this time. It's non-personal. We kind of want a decent matchup in the next clan versus clan, which will probably be personal. They tend to alternate it. So we're dragging our heels a little bit. We don't really mind if we lose a little bit of this this tournament this time. But between those two void shards, the one I've just picked up, we should be getting Nia. So whilst we're waiting for this, because that will need to be recorded later, let's pull some soul stones. It was a Hydra reset. I am very close to a tier 2, so we'll probably be able to pull sort of 8 tier 1s and a tier 2 here. Let's see what we get. Again, souls are pretty powerful. If you haven't caught my video on how powerful a soul can be, go check it out. I released it on Monday. It is quite strong. So pulling a sort of a 5-star or a 6-star, it can be huge. Obviously, tier 1s, you tend to get a lot of rubbish. Lots of rares. You know, so I think there's a 98% chance you're going to get a 1 to 3-star. We do get an epic. It's a snorting thug. Nobody really wants that. What else are we going to get? Another epic. A 6-star perfect soul Talia. Okay. Wow. That is interesting. That's a question of, can Talia with a 6-star perfect soul actually do any work at all? That is a really interesting question to do. Obviously, I can sell her for some currency and work towards that tier 3 soul stone. But that's really difficult to get a tier 6 perfect soul Talia. Okay, so what else are we going to get then? That's a 6-star. That's new. We get a rare. We're back to sort of rubbish odds. A 1-star Ripper Fist. Nobody really wants a 1-star Ripper Fist. What else have we got here? Another rare. A Muck Stalker. Oh, we're out of slots. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. Let's get rid of some rubbishy rares. Well, we don't want him. He can go, and so can he. To be honest, we're not going to use either of them. What else have we got here? Let's get rid of him. I tend to keep some rares that I think are quite good. Obviously, we know that Ironclads are quite good. Painkeeper are used in different areas. Dagger is a bit like a War Maiden. Skirmisher's kit is actually not too bad, so if you get a high awakening. So I tend to keep some of these sort of higher awakenings just in case, you know, we have some sort of use for them. Like Juliana, I might do some content on there. I was pretty impressed by Hellhades video. I wonder how hard I can push that champion. So yeah, so that's kind of like why my inventory is always quite full. A lot of people would kind of go, oh, we'll just sell everything. You can get more summonings. It's not quite the same. Let's pick up this Immortal Soulstone here, and let's go again. 3 more to go. I'm not sure whether it's better to buy coins, better to buy essence, or whether it's better to buy the sort of soul stones. It's not very easy to do the math or kind of figure out what's good. To some extent, the essence is a guaranteed improvement, but you need a lot of it, versus the soul stone where you, even though the odds are not great, at least you get a chance. Like I've got a 6-star Talia, that would cost me so much essence to get anywhere near that. So it's a bit like, it's very difficult to work out for me. Another rare to finish it off, and that's a 1-star Harvester. We don't want any of those. I wonder if my War Maiden is already awakened. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure she must be, because she is not showing up in my list here, and we would see her if she was. So I'm pretty sure I don't need that 1-star either, because I'm pretty sure my War Maiden is already ascended. Let's just double check that. Yep, we've already got a 3-star War Maiden, so that is a sell for a little bit more currency. Let's get rid of War Maiden here. It's only 5 coins, nothing crazy. And then we've got the last one. This will give me 300 tier 3. It's not quite enough to get me to that Eternal Soulstone, but I'm getting closer. I could consider selling the 6-star Talia. That is the question mark. Do we really think it's worth keeping a 6-star, or do we think it's worth getting Eternal Soulstone? Let's pull this one. What are we going to get? It's a rare. It's a 3-star Fleshmonger. That's not good. Although a Fleshmonger is not terrible, considering he is one of the few champions that can go into the secret rooms and do an AoE decreased defense. Although we've got War Maiden. So you're kind of like sitting there thinking, is there any use for this champion being sort of, what is he, an Ogryn, or is he a Lizardman? I think it's a Skinwalker, isn't he? There he is. He does have this ability to do this, which is it's not like, there's not many champions in this faction that can do that. There is now. We've got Ragash and other things. To be honest, I don't think it's necessarily worth keeping a 3-star soul. That is really disappointing from a tier 2 stone. That is like the worst odds you can get from a tier 2 stone. So that's a shame. So let's just get rid of him as revenge. Goodbye. Thanks for giving me 12 after costing me 1,000. So we are getting closer to this sort of tier 3 soulstone. We're about 210 away. If we were to sell the 6-star, we would get enough coins for a tier 3. So the question is a tier 6 Talia better than just having the odds at a tier 3 Eternal Soulstone, which is basically a 5 or 6 star, and it will be an epic or legendary. So I could reroll to a useless champion, but is Talia useless already? We're going to have a think about that. So whilst we were pulling those souls, the soul merchant changed over, and I have got a painful view to look at here. We've got Baron, 6 star, split soul for 300 tier 2 essence, and I have a grand old 62. We need more essence in this game. This is ridiculous. Like, I'm going to have to wait probably 5 to 6 months to even get anywhere near that number. I think I've only bought one split soul tier 2 essence, and that was a secret 5 star, and that was at 35. And I'm pretty sure I've earned about 10 to 15 tier 2 essences from various different events, heroes path, and different things. So when we look at that, 62 minus 15, that's probably like 42, maybe 45, something like that. Plus the 35 I then spent, we're probably looking at, I've earned around about 90, maybe about 85 tier 2 essence since the Iron Twins and Awakening has come out. There's like 1/3, and I think it's been about 4 months or 3 months since the Iron Twins has come out. So we're talking just to get enough for the tier 6, it's like 9 months of farming. That's just horrendous. However, it's nice to look at it, but it's not going to happen. So what we are going to do, I've decided I could do a World's Strongest Talia video. I could make the champion happen, but to be honest, it wouldn't be much use for my account. And because we're so close to the tier 3, we're selling it. We're going all in. We're getting the tier 3 soulstone. This is when we go, please, please don't give me a tier 5 epic that I don't use. We want, let's just check the wish list. Jintora, we kind of want to keep, let's take out Lord Shazar now. I'm not so invested in having him just at the moment. What legendary champion would we be most excited about pulling a higher sort of ascension level? We could have more arena focus like Riho if we wanted to. We could go Asuga, we use that a lot. Romantu wouldn't benefit too much. Neither would Arbiter, apart from the speed. I mean, if we got a 6-star Arbiter, we could use that, but I'm already considering getting rid of my speed teams. So it's kind of like, do we want to focus more on damage in a clan boss PvE setting, or do we want to focus more on sort of control options? And that is kind of the main question we have here. Lord Shazar was in there because I was using him for clan boss, but we're kind of taking him out. There are better options now. We could go for someone like Necmo for like cruelty, but to be honest, he's not going to dramatically change my Hydra team. We could go for someone like Valkyrie and really get use of her mastery with temporal chains. We could go for a Cupidus. Cupidus would be interesting. Maybe even a Harvest Jack. At least the only way that I can see in Arena that you can avoid polymorph is decreasing buff durations, and Harvest Jack does it better than anyone else. So he's an interesting option. So I'm going to have a little think here. I'm going to have a look through, and we're going to pick a new legendary to go in the wish list. We're going to go Cupidus. I think it is probably a good idea. I don't have a Necret, so being able to just hit harder is probably more reliable. I'm not going to get as many hits in as if I had a Necret. So that is the teams we're going to go for. The epics are still good. We want Royal Guards. We want Alika to be higher for the clan boss, Demitha for the clan boss. And below here, we're just basically picking raids that we kind of use everywhere. So everyone do a bit of a pray in chat. What are we going to get from the tier 3 stone? I can't even look. I don't even want to look. It's epic. Oh, no. It's 5-star, but it's a man-eater, right? I mean, man-eater is quite a strong epic champion. I just don't use him anymore since we've moved to like a block damage meta in terms of better clan boss teams. But there we go. Should I have kept the Talia 6-star? I don't think it would have made much difference if I'm being honest. At least with a man-eater, if I decide I want to run some content around man-eater, I can put a 5-star cruelty on him, right? And that's pretty strong. But there we go. Now on to the Void Shards. So here we are. We're going to pull 30 Void Shards for White Dryad Nia. Why do I think this champion is crazy good, and why I was, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm all in. This champion for me is almost legendary, if not legendary already. This champion is a monster. We have this A2 unique ability. It's a 3-turn cooldown when booked. It targets a single target, fully removes all debuff, heals them by 40%, and then it sets all of their skills, reduces their cooldown by 2 turns. That is huge. That is a single target renegade. You can do things like in Hydra, I need my enemy max HP back quickly because the head has been consumed, reset the cooldowns. Maybe I need a buff placed at a certain time, reset the cooldowns. Maybe I need a cleanse, reset the cooldowns. If I'm in clan boss, maybe I want to reset my seeker and do some really cool clan boss teams. Maybe I want to reset my ally protector. Maybe I need to deal with the stun. This ability alone is crazy. It's the first one that is on a low cooldown. Most of these reduced skill cooldowns either are on a 4 turn for just reducing 1 cooldown, or they're on a 5 or 6 turn for all cooldowns, or 2 cooldowns in the case of Renegade. We also have an AoE decrease speed. This is amazing for Hydra. It's amazing for a lot of content. Okay, it's not a high chance. We're only talking 50% chance, but it's still pretty good. We also have a 3-turn ally protection. If you are new to this game and you haven't got a very good unkillable clan boss team right now, or not even on Ultra Nightmare, this champion can immediately get your team in a good position with a strong 3-turn cooldown, 2-turn duration ally protection, and a smaller strengthen. Okay, it's not a big strengthen, but it's pretty good. We also have this passive, which shouldn't be overlooked either. It is a 20% heal to all of your team whenever White Dryad Nia receives a heal. So that could be a bolster set, it could be a guardian set, it could be a regen set, or it could be the single target heals from other people. It could be a shadow heal mastery. It could be anything in which she gains healing will go across to your team. It's a little bit like a Cardiel A1 heal, I think here. It's going to be really strong. Crazy good base HP at 20,000, 1.2k of base defense. She is a monster. I think she could be meta-defining in certain cases. So that's why I'm all in for her. If we pull up some other champions along the way, we'll see what happens. Let's go. 30 voids, I think, is worth it in my opinion. What are we going to get? I'm expecting mostly blues. If we get a gold, that would be crazy luck. Like, we would be really... we'd be fulfilling something unbelievably strong if we did that. So far, we're paying a tax, getting some Kurzads. We do get an epic champion in Gala. Pretty cool. Who else are we going to get here? What else are we going to get? Ifrit, not a champion you want. Bulwark, no. Cagebound, these are all epics. Daywalker's a cool passive thing. Fellhound, still a great campaign farmer. Nothing special there. The last 30, what are we going to get? Draconis, great shielding champion. Cool, this one's a bit awful. I think I've used all my luck for this video today. But the White Dryad Nia is worth it. It's only going to be the White Dryad Nia. Let's pull the last 2. Oh, we haven't got any space. Let's just make some space and we'll pull the last 2. I know it's ×2 voids this weekend, but hey, what does it matter? We are going to fully max out that White Dryad Nia and we're going to fully book her pretty quickly. I have big plans for this champion. We're going to do a lot of content around this champion. I'm really excited. It was one of the champions I really wanted test server access for so that we could actually test things out, but unfortunately we couldn't do it. Let's pull the last 2 voids. Why not? We're going to save the rest of the shards. We'll pull the last 2. What are we going to get? A rare. Let's finish it off with another rare. There we go. Typical normal odds for you there. But I'm happy with the White Dryad Nia. I think it's great. So there we go, guys. Thanks for watching this video. It was a bit of a 3-part video. Duedan, White Dryad Nia. We pulled some souls. We didn't quite get a really good soul from that tier 3 soul stone. But then we probably wouldn't have used Talia. We will be doing content on both Duedan's taunt mechanic. If I can somehow make him work in clan boss, he's really difficult to sort of make work with a 1-turn buff duration. We're also going to do a lot of content on White Dryad Nia. I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can do. She will 100% be in a Hydra team probably. I'll probably build clan boss teams around her. We might even build her in arena. We'll see what we can do. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I try not to do too many shard pulls, but every week I like to show people, you know, my account progression, what we're getting. If you want to see more videos from this channel, please subscribe to the channel. That'll come straight into your feed. Hit the bell notification, all those kind of YouTube-y things. But until then, guys, I will catch you in the next video.